Khloé Kardashian's decision to become the primary caretaker for Amari Thompson, the younger brother of her ex-partner Tristan Thompson, is a story rooted in compassion, familial bonds, and a sense of responsibility that transcends romantic relationships. Amari, an 18-year-old with severe disabilities due to Lennox-Gastaut syndrome, LGS, a form of epilepsy, requires constant care and support. Khloé's choice to step into this role, despite no longer being romantically involved with Tristan, reflects her deep connection to the Thompson family, her commitment to honoring promises made to Tristan's late mother, Andrea, and her belief in providing Amari with a stable, loving environment. This narrative unfolds through Khloé's personal reflections, her relationship with Amari, and the broader context of her life as a public figure, mother, and individual navigating complex family dynamics. Khloé's journey with Amari began long before she became his primary caretaker. Her relationship with Tristan Thompson, which started in 2016, introduced her to his family, including his mother, Andrea, and Amari. Over the years, Khloé developed a close bond with Andrea, who was Amari's sole caretaker in Canada. Amari's condition, characterized by frequent seizures and severe developmental challenges, meant he relied heavily on Andrea for medical and daily support. Khloé, already a familiar face in the Thompson family, became involved in Amari's medical care, helping Andrea navigate doctor appointments and connect with specialists. This involvement wasn't driven by her relationship with Tristan, but by a genuine friendship with Andrea, who trusted Khloé's ability to provide resources and emotional support. Their bond grew over nearly a decade, laying the foundation for Khloé's eventual role in Amari's life. The turning point came in January 2023 when Andrea suffered a sudden heart attack and passed away. This tragedy left Amari, then 16, without his primary caregiver. Tristan, an NBA player with the Cleveland Cavaliers, became Amari's legal guardian in February 2024, but his demanding travel schedule made it impractical for him to provide the consistent care Amari needed. Amari's condition, which includes multiple daily seizures, makes frequent travel, especially by plane, medically risky. Khloé, recognizing the instability this could cause, stepped in to offer Amari a permanent home in Los Angeles. She explained on her podcast, Khloé in Wonderland, that Amari's health needs required a stable environment, and she chose to take on this responsibility to ensure he received the best possible care. This decision was not just practical, but deeply personal, rooted in her love for Amari and her commitment to Andrea's memory. Khloé's role as Amari's caretaker goes beyond logistics. She has embraced him as part of her family, integrating him into the lives of her children. Truth 7 and Tatum 3, whom she shares with Tristan, as well as her extended family, including her mother, Kris Jenner, and sister Kim Kardashian. On The Kardashians, Khloé has spoken about the importance of exposing her children and their cousins to Amari, emphasizing how his presence teaches them compassion and understanding. She believes that interacting with Amari, who communicates non-verbally but expresses himself through his eyes and personality, helps her family see beyond his disabilities to recognize his humanity. This perspective reflects Khloé's broader philosophy of inclusivity, which she extends to her nieces and nephews, fostering a sense of empathy and openness in the next generation. The decision to care for Amari was not without challenges. Public scrutiny has been intense, with some questioning why Khloé would take on such a significant responsibility for her ex's brother. On her podcast, she addressed this directly, noting that people often ask, "Why did I do that? Me and Tristan aren't together. Why would I take on helping with Amari?" Her response is clear. Her commitment to Amari is independent of her romantic history with Tristan. She views the Thompson family as part of her own, a bond forged over years of shared experiences and mutual support. Khloé's relationship with Andrea, in particular, was a driving force. She recalls promising Andrea to always be there for Amari, a pledge that carries weight even after Andrea's passing. This sense of duty, coupled with her affection for Amari, whom she describes as a sweet angel and one of the most special souls she has ever met, underscores her motivation. Khloé's caretaking extends to ensuring Amari's quality of life. She employs 2 dedicated caregivers to assist with his medical needs, but she remains actively involved attending his appointments and celebrating milestones like his 18th birthday, which she called a huge accomplishment, given his health challenges. On the Kardashians, she organized a birthday party for Amari, attended by Tristan, Kris, and Kim, highlighting the communal effort to make him feel loved. Khloé's Instagram posts further reflect this, with heartfelt tributes to Amari, calling him a blessing and expressing gratitude for his presence in their lives. These moments are not just for show, they demonstrate her genuine investment in Amari's happiness and well-being. Critics, particularly on platforms like Reddit, have debated whether Khloé's actions are driven by a desire for positive publicity. Some argue that her role as Amari's caretaker is a calculated move to boost her image as a selfless figure. However, others defend her, pointing out that her consistent care for Amari beyond the cameras shows authenticity. As a mother of a child with special needs, one Reddit user praised Khloé for normalizing Amari's presence in her family, arguing that it benefits both Amari and her children. Khloé herself has dismissed speculation about ulterior motives, emphasizing that her actions stem from love and a sense of family obligation. She has stated, "This is what family does when set hits the fan," reflecting her belief that supporting Amari is a natural extension of her values. Khloé's experience with Amari also intersects with her personal growth. On the Kardashians, she has spoken about the emotional weight of caring for someone with such significant needs, especially after Andrea's death left Tristan and Amari reeling. She describes feeling strong enough and brave enough to be a support system, a role she takes on willingly despite the challenges. Her mother, Kris, has praised her for this, calling her a gift from God for her dedication. Khloé's ability to navigate this responsibility while co-parenting with Tristan and managing her public persona showcases her resilience, a trait she attributes to past hardships, including her divorce from Lamar Odom and Tristan's publicized infidelity. The broader context of Khloé's life adds depth to her decision. As a public figure, she faces constant judgment, yet she remains committed to authenticity in her actions. Her choice to care for Amari, despite no legal or romantic obligation, challenges the narrative that her life is solely about fame or drama. Instead, it highlights her capacity for empathy and her willingness to embrace complex family dynamics. Amari's integration into her home has also fostered a special bond with her children, particularly Tatum, who Khloé says shares a unique connection with Amari. This relationship underscores her belief that Amari's presence enriches her family, teaching them to value diversity and resilience. Ultimately, Khloé Kardashian's decision to be Amari's caretaker is a testament to her character. It reflects a promise kept to a friend, a commitment to a young man who needs her, and a dedication to fostering compassion in her family. While public opinion may vary, her actions, rooted in love, duty, and a deep sense of family, speak louder than speculation. Amari, with his glimmering eyes and silly spirit, has found a home with Khloé, not just in Los Angeles, but in the heart of her family, where he is cherished as a blessing and a vital part of their lives.